Hey everyone, it's Kirk McLean here, and you're watching Clay's Canucks Commentary.
Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary Live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I am your host, Clay Emo, Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It is Tuesday, November the 21st. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Happy to see all of you here. Moderators, do what you need to do to keep this a very safe and positive space. Members, that's legends, Hall of Fame, and franchise members. Carol, I saw that everything went through and you're back into legendary status. Not that I ever removed you, even if YouTube did, for one short day. So legends, Hall of Fame, and franchise members, thanks for your support. And to everyone else, no matter where you're watching from, whether my beautiful neighborhood of Richmond and Seafton, in the city, Lower Mainland, province, country, continent, or around the world, thank you for being here. You know that you could be doing anything else, watching anyone else, getting ready for work, school, or bed, or all three. But the fact that you are here with me, I always appreciate you, and I never, ever take you for granted. Although I do think some of you guys are lying in the poll, but I'll get to that in a second. So welcome to all of you. This is how you can get involved and how you can support me. You can subscribe so you get active in the chat section and get my videos every single day. You can like the video. There are 36 of you in here. Not bad for a non-game night, non-Canucks game night, that is. But that means we should get at least about 18 likes because I love that 50% rule. So make sure you like the video, like the fact that we are hanging out tonight, and that we're happy that the Canucks got back on track with their win yesterday. You can also leave a donation and get that donation train out of the station. You can also, by the way, did you guys hear me? There's like 6 likes, but there's 43 of you in here. You can leave a donation, get the donation train out of the station. You can gift a membership, which is the same as a $5 donation, and get someone franchise membership for a month. You can also buy your own membership, upgrade your own membership. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, please rate and review. You guys are happy to be here. No, I'm happy that you guys are here. Hopefully you're happy to be here. And I love what you're saying. Ricky, the man himself, with no NHL on the schedule today, CCC is the must watch in the hockey world. Yes, is this the first time since the season started there's been absolutely no games? Or did they also have, I remember there was a Wednesday night where I think there was either 15 or 16 games. I think every single team was playing. And then did they go dark the next day on the Thursday, or was there at least one game? But yes, absolutely no Canucks games in the no Canucks games, no NHL games on the schedule today. By the way, a quick reflection. Yesterday, not a reflection, it was kind of funny. There was I guess people are still getting, because there was only the second one last night. I know it was really, really late. People are still getting used to Monday night being it's still a stream night, which I'm happy about, but it's no Canucks content. So I think there are at least 2 or 3 people who jumped in, realized that it was games night, and in their eyes, not as advertised, and they jumped out. But hopefully they'll get to more of a regular rhythm starting next week with a games night on Monday night and starting at a regular time. But yeah, last night I had 3 shows back to back. I had Game Over Vancouver with Nick Pinkerton, Twisted Wrister Hockey. I had Canucks After Dark with Parker's Pucks, and then we did our games night as well. So overall, it's pretty fun. I hope you guys had fun. Not sure what's sticking out there. It looks like a piece of tape or whatever. But yes, I'm really glad. Shout out to anyone who made all 3 shows yesterday. That is pretty darn impressive. And your stamina is basically just as strong as mine, if not stronger. So a quick reflection on last night's game. And then I want to get into this, and I wouldn't say it's a debate, but I'll tell you why. And it's obviously it's the Vancouver Canucks versus the Colorado Avalanche. It's not Quinn Hughes versus CALE MAKAR. But for as long as both those guys are still in the league, it's going to be a career-long debate for sure. And Taylor, thank you. Made all 3 shows yesterday. So did Fangirl. I appreciate that. By the way, Tyler says, I'm awake at 6:30 a.m. with my 5-month-old son. So I was too tired. No problem. Congratulations on that 5-month-old son. That is amazing. So Canucks got back on track, beating the San Jose Sharks last night 3-1. A game that never looked really in doubt, although that 5-minute major match penalty to Niels Hoglander caused a little bit of consternation. That's my new favorite word, by the way. Consternation, not constipation, consternation. And we found out this morning that Niels Hoglander got that $2,800 fine. I made a video about it because it's kind of weird, that amount, but $2,800 fine. So no hearing, no further disciplinary action in terms of a suspension. And for Canucks fans, obviously the majority, not all, but the majority of Canucks fans were relieved and think that that's the right call. They said, Hoglander's not a dirty player. It might have been a bit of a dirty play, or at least a dangerous play, if not dirty, but there certainly wasn't an intent to injure, because that's usually not Hoglander's MO. That's not how he plays. Of course, if you're a San Jose Sharks fan, you probably don't like that, and you wish that he got some more, like at least a suspension of some sort. Hopefully Kevin LeBlanc isn't hurt. I actually like him a lot as a player, or I did before. And I'm sure if this happened to one of our players, if it happened to like a Brock or a PD or a Hughes, that we'd be screaming bloody murder as well. So I get it. It's very hard to be truly unbiased as a fan, especially when your team is doing well. And and as I'm joking about being unbiased and stuff, I don't know. I don't know. 94% of you saying Hughes over Makar. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. And I'll talk about why I don't buy it in a couple of minutes. But it's so awesome that we have Quinn Hughes on our team, for sure. So the Canucks, after losing to Calgary last Thursday, then losing to Seattle on Saturday, you don't like to lose those games to teams in your division, especially if they are teams below you in the standings. But aside from Vegas, everyone in the Pacific Division is below us in the standings. So it goes without saying that you don't want to lose to any of those teams. So it's really nice that the Canucks beat San Jose 3-1. Now they didn't beat them 10-1. San Jose is a bit better. They probably had a better goaltender in net last night in Blackwood, who had never lost to the Canucks prior to last night. So anyone expecting a similar 10-1 result, you would have been disappointed. And yes, obviously we are biased for sure. By the way, Jack, I'm going to talk about this because that's one of the very interesting subplots of this story for sure. But I'll talk about the whole Makar and PD relationship, or at least their connection, when I'm talking about the main part of this show. And aside from that, yeah, the Canucks practiced today in Vancouver before they flew to Denver. And it was the exact same lineup we saw yesterday, except there's no Connor Garland. So I'm not sure if it's just a maintenance day for him. And we learned that P.S. Suter is not going to be going on the trip to Colorado. So that means the Canucks practice, they had the usual PD between Kuzmenko and Mikheyev. They had Miller, Besser, and DiGiuseppe, even though Bovenlander got bumped up to that line yesterday. Then on the third line, it was just weird. It was just Bluger and Joshua, and there's no one on the right wing. And then the fourth line of Lafferty, Hoglander, and Bovenlander. And once again, no Connor Garland and no P.S. Suter. On the back end, it was the same. It was Hughes, Hronek. It was Cole with Friedman, with Juleson, and it was Friedman with Myers, and Hirose was the extra skater. I don't know if they just threw Hirose on third line right wing just so they could run complete drills or whatever. And then, as Parker and I talked about on Canucks After Dark, the Canucks have 3 games in 4 nights. They got Wednesday in Colorado, Friday in Seattle, which I'll be at, and then Saturday in San Jose. It's kind of weird that they're going like this, and like this. You think they'd go Colorado, San Jose, and then Seattle on the way back. Regardless, expect Demko to start 2 of the 3. My guess is he plays Colorado, DeSmith plays Seattle, and then Demko plays in San Jose, close to his hometown. So we will see if that's the way they go. Once again, Carson Soucy obviously still hurt, and Pia Suter. Not making this road trip. So obviously he's still at least a week away, but if that means he's working out, rehabbing, and getting ready at home, then that is fine with me. Jasker, it can't be Hirose and Cole because those are both left-handed shooters, and Rick Tocchet doesn't like to go guys on their opposite side, except he did. He had 4 right-handers, and in playing Juleson and Friedman over Hirose, he chose to go with 4 right-handers and then 2 left-handers on D. So I want to talk about this whole this whole Quinn Hughes, Cale Makar, what do you call it? Debate, discussion. You guys, they're always going to be linked. They're always going to be linked because even though they were drafted 1 year apart, even though they are 1 year apart, you actually have they actually started in the same year, because even though Cale Makar was drafted a year earlier, he waited to get to the NHL. So him and Quinn had the same rookie season 5 seasons ago, actually. Now I guess you call it 2019 to 2020. So let's talk about the profile of each player, and then you can keep voting, and then I'll make sure that I spend a lot of time giving you your chance to say. And basically, you can put it in the chat right now, but I'm not going to highlight any of them unless you tag it with a donation. And then after the mid-show sponsor read, then I'll get it. I'll get your comment on it for sure. So in 2017, Cale Makar was picked 4th overall, 1 spot ahead of Quinn Hughes. And that was Nolan Patrick, Nico Hischier, Miro Heiskanen, Cale Makar, and then Elias Pettersson. Of course, it would be fascinating if Makar was available at 5. I think if Makar was available at 5, the Canucks would have taken him. I really do. But of course, the debate in this market has been Petey versus Cody Glass, Trevor Linden's guy versus Jim Benning's guy, whatever. We don't have to rehash that right now. But the fact is, Cale Makar went 4th to the Colorado Avalanche, and then Elias Pettersson went 5th to the Vancouver Canucks. Cale Makar listed at 5'11", 187, and born October 30th, 1998, from Calgary, Alberta. Quinn Hughes, drafted the next year, 3 spots lower at number 7. Remember, Zadina went 6 to Detroit, thank goodness. So Quinn Hughes fell in our lap, literally fell into our lap, and he's 5'10", 180, as opposed to Makar, 5'11", 187, and he was born October 99. So he's exactly 1 year younger than Cale Makar, and whereas Makar is Canadian from Alberta, Quinn Hughes is from Orlando, Florida. So they are 1 year apart. They're similar in size. Makar, according to the stats, is 1 inch taller and 7 to 10 pounds heavier. And we don't have to rehash just how good both of these players are. These players are amazing. We know how good Quinn Hughes is. His edge work, his skating, his passing, his vision, his hockey IQ, and what we've seen this year is a wicked shot, a wrist shot, slap shot, snap shot, all 3 types, and he already has 8 goals on the season. So that is pretty cool. And we've watched right before our very eyes just how good Quinn is. And he's been awesome. And we've wanted Quinn to be this good. We knew he could be this good ever since we drafted him. Now, I don't know how many of you watch a lot of Cale Makar, and you may watch him a lot. You may only see highlights, or you may have never ever seen him play. Cale Makar does almost everything Quinn. I'm not going to say better than Quinn Hughes, but he can do everything that Quinn can do. He's I'd say his skating is amazing too. I'd say Makar has faster A to B skating, whereas Hughes is a tiny bit shiftier, but Hughes can skate fast, and Makar certainly is very shifty. Makar is a right shot D-man, whereas Quinn Hughes is a left shot D-man. So if you're talking about value, that's where Cale Makar's value is so high. And he's got amazing offensive ability, Cale Makar does, to go with his skating. He also, like Quinn, has got a tremendous hockey IQ. His vision is outstanding, and he anticipates plays so well. So I'm not saying him and Quinn are the exact same player, because they're not the same size. They shoot different hands, but they share a lot of similar abilities in that you see in also Dahlin, who's a little bit maybe nasty. You see in Miro Heiskanen is this, as many of you said, this evolution of defensemen. And all these valuable defensemen, the ones winning the Norris trophies now, as in Makar and Fox, they are puck-moving defensemen. They are great skaters. They control the play, and they always seem to have the puck on their stick. Up until this season, CALE MAKAR does have the better resume. And remember, I said that even though Makar got drafted in 17 and he was drafted 18, their rookie season was both 19-20. And in that year, they were both awesome. And CALE MAKAR won the Calder Trophy for Rookie of the Year, and Quinn Hughes came in second. So already the rivalry or the debate began. And CALE MAKAR he got 116 first place votes and 54 second place votes. So everyone who voted for him gave him first or second. Quinn Hughes only got first, second, and third votes. He got 53 first place as opposed to Makar's 116, got 111 second place, and then 6 third place votes. So of the 170 voters, all of them gave Makar either first or second, and all of them gave Hughes either first, second, or third. And they ran away with it. Dominic Kubalik, by the way, was number 3, and Adam Fox was actually number 4. And Ethan Bear came in 10th actually that year. Ethan Bear came 10th in rookie voting. So for the Calder Trophy, CALE MAKAR won, and he basically beat Hughes by a 2-1 margin when it came to first place votes. But already an amazing start to the season to their careers for both of them. Since then, Makar has had the better resume. So in his 4 seasons, he had 50, 44, 86, and 66 points. So coming into this season, he had 246 points in 238 games, 246 in 238. So more than a point per game player. And also Makar, listen to what he's done in the NHL. He won the Rookie of the Year in 2020, the all-rookie team in 2020, of course. First all-star team in then the next 2 years, 2021 and 2022. Second all-star team in 2023. All-star game 22 and 23. He won the Norris Trophy for Defenseman of the Year in 2022. He won the Conn Smythe Trophy for Stanley Cup MVP in 2022. And of course, the Avs won the Stanley Cup in 2022 as well. And he was on EA Sports NHL in 2024. But so that 2022 year where he won the Norris Trophy, had 86 points in 77 games. 86 points in 77 games. Quinn Hughes trophy case isn't as big. And Quinn Hughes, his stats have been 53, 41, 68, 76. So coming into this season, he had 241 points in 283 games. So about 30 fewer points in 20 more games. So he was about a 0.8 points per game player. And then his awards, he was the all rookie team in 2020, right? The same one that Makar was in, second in Calder Trophy voting. And he made the all-star game in 2020. And that's it. That's it. No, obviously, other hardware for no all-star teams for Quinn Hughes just yet. So I don't think there's a debate that coming into this season, we would say that Makar was better, more valuable than Quinn Hughes, at least when it came to pedigree, awards, Stanley Cup champion, all those things. Maybe, of course, you got to remember that actually, Taylor, I didn't even see this until right now, and that's exactly what I was going to talk about. Obviously, the Colorado Avalanche have been a lot stronger team than the Vancouver Canucks over the past 4 seasons. So if you reverse it and if you put Hughes on the Avalanche and Makar on the Canucks, then maybe we're talking about this exact same thing, but you reverse the names. Maybe Hughes has all those accolades and maybe Makar doesn't. So Taylor, I hear what you're saying, and I know a lot of Canucks fans are ferociously loyal to Quinn, but I don't think that you can discount. You can't say that Makar only has all those accolades, only has only won all those awards and whatever because of his teammates. Yes, they're a better team, but that's almost. I'm not saying you're doing this, Taylor, but that's almost discrediting CALE MAKAR. And I'm not calling anyone out in particular. I'm challenging you, and I'm asking you guys that are in here. Have you ever actually seen CALE MAKAR play? Have you ever watched a game and paid attention to him? And have you ever watched any of his highlight packs? Just wondering. I'm not judging. I don't judge. I don't do that. And yes, MC is saying both are great. Why need to pick? Well, technically we don't get to pick because we only get one of them on our team. But that's what makes these shows go. That's what makes being a sports fan so fun, is you get to defend and advocate for the players that you like. Usually it's the players in your team. So I'm not saying no one has to pick, but I do think it makes for some really, really great discussion. Now, finally, we go to this season. And you might say, oh, that's fine, Clay. All that's fine and dandy. But Quinn Hughes is way ahead of CALE MAKAR this year. Quinn Hughes is leading the league in scoring. Quinn Hughes is being way better than CALE MAKAR this season. Well, I like to think that, but then when you look at it, and Justin kind of hinted at it, when you go deep down in the stats, guess what? CALE MAKAR has played just as well as Quinn Hughes. Because look at this, you guys. I'm going to show you the stats right now on my screen. You guys are probably saying, Clay, why are you hating on Quinn Hughes? I'm not hating on Quinn Hughes. I love Quinn Hughes. He's my favorite player right now. But I'm trying to be as unbiased as I can so we can have a nice little discussion. So yes, Quinn Hughes is leading the league with 30 points in 19 games. Awesome. And he's been great. But CALE MAKAR is actually only 3 points behind with 2 games in hand. So his points per game is in essence exactly the same as Quinn Hughes, 1.59 to 1.58. And you can see they're similar in plus minus. They're similar in penalty minutes. They're not identical, but they're give or take. And then, power play points, even points. Makar has 3 shorthanded points, whereas Hughes rarely kills penalties. And then Quinn Hughes got the better shooting percentage. So all I'm saying is, yes, I think so far, Quinn Hughes has had the better season and the more noteworthy season. But without putting, and that's a fair point, without making this Quinn versus CALE, you could argue that Makar has had the 4 better seasons prior to this. And if Hughes has a better season than Makar, that's awesome. That means we're talking about them in the same breath. Especially if Hughes wins the Norris over Makar as the best defenseman in the league, then we're saying that Hughes has reached Makar status. But in my heart of hearts, I don't think you can say that Hughes has surpassed Makar, because when you look at their stats for this season, they're virtually even. And then Makar has had the advantage for the previous 4 seasons. But the people have spoken, and you have spoken overwhelmingly for Quinn. I said, who would you rather have on your team? And 86% of you are saying Quinn, and only 13% of you are saying CALE. And that is fair. That is why I wanted to. That's because I want to bring that up. And Taylor, great point. People that always go to who's won the most cups, myopic view, and I'll never debate with you because you won't be logical to me. It's useless to even talk with someone like that. Cups does cement some part of legacy. Yes, I agree with you, Taylor. I would never say who's the better player based on cups, because that's obviously goes by the team that you play with and your teammates and your all those things. Of course. But no, full stop, period. No, but with this particular debate, though, or discussion, it's more than simply Stanley Cups, in my humble opinion. Let's talk. Let's go. Let's do my Mitchell sponsor read, and then I want to hear from all of you, but I do have to wrap up by 11:45 tonight for sure, because it is indeed church night. So thank you to my primary sponsor, Van City Experts. Contact Jason Lim and his team for all of your real estate needs. Shout out to my secondary sponsor, Perform and Transform Personal Training Weight Loss. Check them out at ptforum.com. Thank you to Gassy Jack Art, maker of that fine artwork. Thank you to Monkey Nine Brewing, my eternal sponsor. And thank you to Vessi Footwear. Use the link tinyurl.com/VessiClay. Receive a free pair of socks off of your next purchase of Vessi shoes. Also, as usual, if you're looking for Canucks tickets, email me at canuckclay@gmail.com. And don't forget my shows this week, still tonight, which you're watching right now, Wednesday and Thursday at 11 p.m. as well. Tomorrow night will end up being a post-game show because the Canucks are playing in Denver. And hence the topic for today's chat. So that's enough for me. I want to get to all of you. In the meantime, a mid-show reminder to you to subscribe, to like the video, to leave a donation. Let's get that donation train out of the station. If you see fit, you can gift a membership. You can buy your own membership, upgrade your own membership. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. So tonight, there's 80 of you in here, which is great. I won't do questions only, but I'm going to answer questions about this particular topic though, because I want to stay on topic. I don't want to get sidetracked. So whether you like Makar because he's Canadian and Quinn's American, you think that Makar has benefited from a much better team, which I won't argue with. Skill-wise, I ascertain that they can do the same things. Makar is a faster skater. Hughes is the better, in terms of tight quarters, in terms of edge work, but they're both outstanding. Makar's, like I said, a tiny bit bigger. They both wonderful offensively, great vision, great passing, great hockey IQ. So let's talk about it. Let me know what you think about this, whether you call it debate or this discussion. Justin says, right now, Quinn had the better season, but Cale the better career. Quinn is more hype because he has the family background. He's one of three brothers, all who are stars. You know, Ricky, that's a really good point. It's a nice story for sure. It's a really, really good story. If the Canucks are a championship team and win the cup, would argue Quinn is a better player, but your argument is Quinn is better because he was in a bad team. Don't those contradict each other? Jack, I'm not sure if you're talking to me or someone else. No, I never said Quinn is not. But your argument is Quinn is better because he's in a bad team. No, you must be talking about someone else because I have not once said that Quinn is better than Cale Makar. In fact, you could probably tell the way I'm talking. I love Quinn Hughes. He's my favorite player on the Canucks right now. But if I was forced to pick, I don't know how you go against Cale Makar, quite frankly. But that's just my humble opinion, and hopefully it's not sacrilegious because I'm a Canucks vlogger. They're both awesome. I would love both of them. They'd be the best defensive pairing in the history, or close to the best defensive pair in the history of the league. Makar is more rare because he shoots right. Yeah, I definitely think it adds to his value. That's why him and Adam Fox also. Adam Fox is a righty, right? The fact they've won Norris trophies in the past couple years. I know not last year because it was Erik Karlsson. I think when you're a right-handed defenseman, you are artificially considered even more valuable. Okay, I said I would only talk about Makar and Hughes, but this is very important. Carol, I saw the doctor today. They're going to cut off part of my leg. Oh, Carol, I'm so sorry to hear that. I don't know what to say. If that's going to make you better ultimately, then I guess I don't. Happy for you is not the right word, but I hope you're at peace with whatever happens, and I'll certainly. That makes me very sad. I'll definitely pray for you during my holy hour tonight. Thank you for letting us know. I love both of them, but I'll always go Quinn. But I'm glad we have Makar showing that Canadian hockey pride. Yeah, that's maybe the best of both worlds. You get a great player in Quinn, hopefully for the rest of his career here. And you have an equally good player playing for us for the national team. Oh, Darren, is it your birthday today? Happy birthday, Darren. To be fair, Makar had a year's development ahead of Hughes, which in my opinion gave him the edge. That's true. Yeah. I made the point that Makar is a year older. So that's a really good point, actually. I should have followed that argument through, in that Makar, he has a year more experience than Hughes. And then if all things being equal, that means Hughes will play one more year. You could think he might play one more year than Makar, but that's like splitting hairs. That's when they're 35, 36, 38 years old. Great point, Darren. Great point. Adam says Norris winner. They would be unstoppable if they're on the same team. 4-time All-Star. With Hughes on the Canucks and Makar in Colorado and Hughes playing better, could it be a great Stanley Cup final? Yeah, Shannon, it'd be great, but because they're both in the Western Conference, Vancouver and Colorado will never meet in the Stanley Cup final. They'll meet in the Western Conference final, though. Do you think Canucks fans would have more hype and attention if we had Cale instead of Quinn because of Canadian play and Canadian market? Yes. It's a great question, and absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. I think the fact that they're playing in opposite countries of where they're born, I think it adds yet another juicy nuance for sure. For sure. Oh, if Hughes win the Hart too, that would be amazing. That would be so good. Quinn definitely has improved year after year, also learning and adding his arsenal. I'd rather have a player like this. Gerald, that's a great point. We've seen improvement. And I wouldn't say Cale Makar has peaked, and if he has, that's a pretty good peak. But Gerald making the point that Quinn is improving. Yeah, I'll touch on the World Cup of Hockey another night. Yeah, Taylor. Wow. I'll continue getting your comments, but this is a massive, massive donation and must be recognized right away. Well, I've done the wrong thing. Missy Love coming to us from Seattle. That is a $50 donation, a $50 US donation. Thank you, Missy. Missy, as we know, is the beautiful mother of beautiful Nadia. And so I get to see Missy twice in the next week when I'm down in Seattle on Friday with my son Jacob to watch the Canucks and Kraken. I will get to see her and catch up a bit. And then 4 days later, when Anaheim's up here, as we know, Nadia is going to be here. It's Hockey Fights Cancer Night. So Nadia is going to have a booth set up for awareness. And I know that Nadia's mom, Missy, which isn't her real name, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to give her a real name, but we'll call her Missy Love, is coming up for that as well. So I am blessed to see Messy. I'm Messy. She's not. I am blessed to see Missy twice in the upcoming week. And I'm even blessed with the wonderful donation. So let's give some love to Missy for that massive $50 US donation. Really appreciate you, Missy. And I can't wait to see you later this week. I'll give you a massive $50 hug. But I'll keep it legit though. Don't worry. That is awesome. All right, let's get back to what you guys are talking about. And you guys are making some really awesome points, and admittedly some points that I never thought of for sure. Oh, Jack, I was talking about people saying Makar got carried by the Avs. I love Quinn and think he wins the Norris. I just think it's disrespectful. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Jack. No, everyone in here has done a pretty good job of expressing their opinion, and a lot of prayers and good luck wishes to Carol for sure. Carol, I think Quinn is a great player. I think it would be a lot more hype for him if we won a Stanley Cup or two. I agree. No, I didn't know about the royal family being at the game. No one did. That was a surprise. And it kind of livened up a dull Monday night San Jose Sharks crowd. It was pretty interesting. And it got obviously a lot of hype around not just the hockey world, but around the world overall. And we will pray for you. Hey, Jeff, nice to see you. I was just thinking about you today. Nice to see you. All right, let's keep on going. Roman, Coach Roman. Kayla's volleyball coach is in here. Hello, Roman. I will say hello to Kayla for you. Thank you, Roman, for working with Kayla. They did great. They finished 4th in the South Frasers after coming out of Richmond. Didn't make it to provincials, but yeah, Kayla loved playing for you guys. Thank you, Roman. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. All right, let's get back on track. I got about 10 more minutes. Yes, Demko, Hughes, and PD have been insane, but the Canucks have won a pretty light schedule outside of Dallas and maybe Florida. They played Rangers. They lost. Edmonton was supposed to be good. Tampa and Florida. Yeah, it hasn't been the strongest schedule. I'll give you that. I can't hear you because of the ring in Makar's ears. I think that was Patrick Wall, right? Patrick Wall was debating with someone and he goes, tell him I can't hear him because of all this. I have the Stanley Cup rings in my ears, which is pretty darn funny. Do I think Hughes would have more points than Makar had the Canucks been a better team the past few years? If not more, at least equal. Like I think he would have had 30 or 40 points more. So I wouldn't say more. Subscribe. I'm not gonna go there, but I'd say how about just as much? Just as much. Quinn has more leadership abilities, in my opinion, hence why he's captain, and Makar isn't a captain. Interesting take. It also depends on who else is on your team and if your captain gets traded mid-season or not. So, Fangirl, I will not disagree with you on the Vancouver side. I wouldn't say Quinn has more leadership abilities. I say Quinn has leadership abilities, period. Because I don't think, no, you may be able to. I know I can't judge CALE Makar's leadership abilities. I just don't know about them. But I hear what you're saying. Quinn is a captain and Makar isn't. Yeah, all of our best players except for PD are Americans. That's true, Eric. Adam, it's a conversation because we made it a conversation. We made a conversation. You have strong opinions, which are fine. Everyone else is allowed to have strong opinions, which is fine too. Your opinion, my opinion, isn't better than anyone else's opinion. And that's why we're having the conversation. Who is older, Quinn or Makar? Well, depending if your car is, or Makar. Makar is older by 1 year. I was going to say it depends what you drive, Carol, but you meant Makar. Makar is older by 1 year. I did not go to the game yesterday. I think Quinn is a skilled player, but Makar achieved more with his achievements. That's fair. That's fair. Who is the most effective defensive player? Makar, Taves, or Hughes? This year it's Hughes because I think Taves. I think Devon Taves has had a slow start to the season. I think, but I don't know that for sure. Adam reiterating what I already talked about. Yes, Memorial, four-time All-Star, Norris, Conn Smythe. To be honest, Makar has size and plays more so like a forward. He also had Taves at the constant where Huggy had Tanev, then Shen and whoever. It's hard to compare the two head on. That's fair, Gerald. I have time for that argument as well. Oh, it's Eric Daze. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If Makar is ringing in his ear, he might need to see a doctor. Yeah, I don't know if it's ring or ringing. I want to see what it'd be like a few seasons from now. I say Quinn takes over. Taylor, that's a totally fair take. Yeah, let's revisit this when I'm 55 years old, sitting here still in the same chair probably. And yeah, that's why I brought it up today. I really think it's a fascinating, whatever you want to call it, debate, discussion. I think it's really, really fascinating. Hughes is legit now that he has a legit right-hand D. That is totally fair. If Hughes wins the Norris, Canucks finish ahead of Avs, but Canucks go out in the first round. Will the Avs advance from Makar's play? Will these fans still be saying Quinn Hughes has the edge? Great question, Justin. I don't know. I know. And that's the thing, right? Because it's not like tennis or golf or bowling where it's a one-on-one sport. I hear those of you that say this isn't the cleanest conversation because you have to factor in teammates' situation. And I totally get all that. So imagine if Huggy had Hronek to start his career. Yep. Great point. Man, all this Makar Hughes talk is getting me hyped for tomorrow's game. Well, Eric, you didn't need us to do that for you, right? You were hyped anyways. Will both Makar and Hughes make the All-Star game this season? Yeah, I think so. And remember, the format they've had is every division has a team of 11 players, 11 skaters plus 2 goalies, so 13 players. So you think that, is it 11 skaters plus 2? Someone refresh me. Are the All-Star rosters per division, are they 13 players, like 11 plus 2? Or are they 15 players? No. Sorry. Are the rosters only, I think they're only, actually, now I think about it, only 11 players deep. 9 skaters and 2 defensemen. Yeah. I think it's only 11. So, but to answer your question, Fangirl, I do think they both make the All-Star game for sure. Who's more valuable to his team? Great question. Right now, Zal, I would say Quinn is more valuable to the Canucks than Makar, but that's like splitting hairs. I like this take. Quinn has been smiling more. I wonder what people in Colorado think of Quinn Hughes. Would love it to hear from their perspective. Oh, for sure. For sure. And my guess, Ricky, if I try and transport myself there up until the season, I would say Makar over Hughes because of everything we just talked about. And that's our guy, right? Remember, I'm pretending I'm Colorado guy now. That's our guy. But this year, would they admit that Hughes has been better to start the season, or at least right up there? Tyler says Hughes is way better. Makar is always a -2 when he plays us, so I hope he does it again so we can win. Wasn't Hughes at the 2020 All-Star game? Yes, I mentioned that right at the start, Mr. C. He was at the 2020 All-Star game. Have the Canucks ever had a homegrown drafted Norris winner? Have the Canucks even ever had a Norris winner? I don't know, Mighty K. Hughes is indeed the captain on the Canucks, Shannon, for sure. Makar is incredible, but Hughes much better. The way he skates is amazing. Oh, that's fair. I mean, I think the game's 7 tomorrow, regular 7 o'clock Pacific time. Makar is averaging almost 2 more minutes on ice shorthanded than Quinn. Yeah, and that was the debate up until the season when Makar was winning a Norris Trophy, is that people were saying, can you win a Norris Trophy without killing penalties? Because remember, Quinn Hughes didn't kill a lot of penalties in the first part of his career. Friends, I need to wrap up now because I got to get to my church. Thank you. That was great. We haven't had a good old school debate discussion like that in a long time because a lot of it's been post-game reviews or games nights. So that was great. We escaped relatively unscathed. That was really, really good discussion. And that's what I want to create on here. Remember, I'm not trying to convince you of anything. I'm sharing my opinion. I just happen to have the microphone. You guys, like some of you have been doing and quite strongly, are sharing your opinions too, which is awesome. That's why I'm not better than you. I don't know more than you. I just am the one with the YouTube channel. So just means I get the microphone, but I do value all your contributions, especially if you present your arguments respectfully. So, and most of you are indeed doing that. With that, I do need to get going. So thank you for being here. Moderators, thank you. I didn't look too busy, which is a good thing. Members, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Carol Bovenlander, legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame and franchise members. Thanks for your support. And thanks to everyone else for watching, for liking, and for subscribing. Also, Missy Love, thank you for the huge $50 US donation. So grateful for you. And I look forward to seeing you later this week. Don't forget, if you want Canucks tickets, not for free. If you want me to send you your list, email me at canuckclay@gmail.com. My shows this week, Wednesday night and Thursday night for Wednesday night and Thursday night right here at 11. I also have Game Over on Saturday as well once I get back from Seattle when the Canucks play San Jose once again. Finally, on your way out, you can subscribe. You can like the video. You can leave a late donation. You can gift a membership, upgrade your own membership, or get your own membership. If you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. And thank you to my sponsors, Van City Experts, Real Estate, and Perform and Transform, Personal Training and Weight Loss. All right, friends, I'm off to church. I'll send all you, I'll keep you, Carol, in my prayers for sure. And I'll make sure that I connect with you very, very soon. And yeah, look forward to an awesome game. Whether you're watching Quinn Hughes versus CALE MAKAR, or you are simply rooting for another Canucks win, which I hope you are. Yeah, let's get together tomorrow night to talk about it at 11 p.m. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Earlier tonight, I was really struggling to get Gail's attention, really struggling. So I sat down on the couch and I got comfortable. That did the trick. God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah.